Hey guys, Mel the Train Tutor here again with a bit of a tutorial for you. Now, in the process of doing this Battle of Peta build, and an opportunity's come up to show you something, so I thought I'd get my phone out and film it and we'd do it. So let me spin it round and let me show you what we're doing. Okay, so I'm working on the Battle of Peta build and there are all the hills. Ignore the terrain weights. There's some more there, but I'm working on this ridge line at the minute. Okay, and this is the northern ridge line, that big one that you saw in my other modular tutorial. And you can see that it's got lots of different plateaus on it. Okay, now normally when you come across Wargames terrain, what you come across is this sort of style, and I throw a link up to show you how to build this. But this is very typical, and what I mean by very typical is it's very regular. If you look here, you know, you're flat, very uniform. Okay, and that doesn't happen much in nature. Now, it's good for wargaming and there's nothing wrong with it at all. Yeah, so if you've got a table of these, brilliant. If you're making yourself, even better. But if you want to take it a step further, what you can start to do is start changing things up and making it look a little bit more natural. Okay, and that's what I've done with this piece here. And basically, I've done the same sort of plateauing work, yeah, as I've got on there, except I've carved them into the piece, and what I've done is I've made them irregular, and that gives it a far more natural look. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to quickly switch over to the webcam, go back to the desk, and I'll show you how I did these. See you in a sec, guys. So I've got a piece of extruded polystyrene spaceboard in the UK. I've got a long Stanley knife, yeah, one of those disposable ones. Now, straight off the bat, normally, you know, I'm not big for safety advice, but yeah, be careful with this one. You're working with a long extended blade, you know, that you're doing slicing motions. Just watch your fingers, guys. So how do we do these watch cut plateaus? Well, dead simple. Okay. All we're going to do is basically we're going to put cuts into here and we're going to take them off. Now, to start off, yeah, I'm going to make the first cut. Now, your instinct would be to make it halfway through, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go about 2/3 up. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around here and I'm just going to cut in. Just like that. Now watch yourself. It does take a little bit of force, so you've got to be careful when you're doing this. And I mean careful, guys. Yeah. Now if I come around here and I go this way, find that slice. Sorry, guys. I'm working with a long... Oh, no, watch your fingers, both. Yeah, see what I mean? Right, and all that's done is basically put a little sort of slice in there. But what it allows me to do is sort of come along and make little incisions. Yeah? I can break them off. Yeah, and I'm going to continue doing that just to watch it get this first plateau up. You notice here at this stage what I'm actually doing is I'm curving the blade, and you can do this with Stanleys. Obviously don't curve it too much or it'll snap. Obviously go bloody carefully. Yeah, and then I think probably to take that one out I've just got to slide flat down like that. Yeah. Out you come. Yeah, there you go. And we'll just nip off that end. Right, so there you have it. That's your first tier done. And don't worry about any extra slices in here, or if you go too deep or too deep in that way. Remember, you're going to be texturing it, you're going to be filling it. It's all going to be covered. All this sort of undulation where you haven't got it perfectly straight. Yeah, you can leave that on because models will stand on it. It's a little bit realistic. Or you can just get some sandpaper and sand it down. But that's still very non-natural. And the reason for that, okay, is that it's uniform. It's this layer, then this layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it up some more. Okay, and we're going to separate these into what you call individual sections. So to do that, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to cut into it. Yeah, like that. Come on, out you come. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
put a token cut in there. Token cut in there. Remember, I've weather over this and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, as I've shown in all my other videos. But by doing those cuts, we've made these into separate pieces. And what it means we can do is, I can say, well, this one's going to be a bit lower. So I can come in on this one, and I can go down, say, what's that? About 6-7 mil to about the halfway point of the polystyrene piece. Now, like I say, don't worry about these waves. Yeah, you can cut them off, you can sand them off, or you can cover them with filler. It's not a problem. Okay, let's just trim that back. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, it's starting to take shape. Right, let's go over to this one. We'll do the same with this one. Yeah, we'll come from here. We'll make this one a bit even, a bit lower. Yeah, so all the way along there. Yeah. Yeah. And once you've got that done, it's... Oh, I'm over here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it really does start to take shape at different tiers. And it is simply a matter of little cuts along, little cuts across the top, shaving it back, yeah? Working carefully. Now, you could hit this up with something like this, yeah? Just so I can show you. In fact, before I do that, bevel it off those. Now guys, remember this is just a rough one to show you. Yeah? Don't judge me on this. And there you have it. Okay, and it is really that simple. I mean, I know this is rough and ready, guys. It's just showing you the basic technique, but you can see how straight away by adding different plateaus at different levels, okay, it really starts to make the terrain look far more interesting. Okay, so a dead simple tip. Just remember, when you're using these, go in little bits, guys, and break them off. Don't try and do the whole bits at once, and watch your fingers. Yeah, hand on top. Alright guys, I better crack on. First I've got to clean this mess up before my wife gets back. But I've got loads to do on the Peta build, so I'm going to get stuck into that. More videos coming soon, guys. All the best. Ta-da.